Just hit the button and go live. Wow, is that the black and white chessboard? As my neighbor, he has what is it, like a big crane work truck or whatever. We'll let him pull away. Look at this. Okay. Actually, I think I'll shut the window, right? Let me do this. Oh no, he's going. All right, he's gone. Are they gonna let anybody in on the live stream? Will it let me comment? Protester critically injured after setting self on fire outside Israeli con- consulate in Atlanta. It says Grady right there. Look at the duality with the black and white right there. See that? So consulates are, what does this say? Additional diplomatic representation in their host country. They also carry out several consular tasks. Is that what that says? Such as assisting expats and tourists and public administration. One of the buildings where diplomats work, okay, is called a consulate. Many countries have both an American embassy and an American consulate. Okay, let me pull up an image. Oh, I have a couple of slides put together. I think y'all will like. Okay, so look. So something like that. Oh, let me play the video. I think I have a video here. Let's see what's going on with this. Anybody out there? Here, let me see. Whoa, I can comment this time. Interesting. Okay, let's play this.
At about 12:17, the individual arrived on the scene and posted up outside of the building. At that time, the security guard noticed that the individual was attempting to set themselves afire. He immediately attempted but failed to stop the individual. Both individuals sustained burns. The security guard was burned on his wrist as well as his leg. The other individual received 100-degree burns to the body, full thickness, and they were both transported to Grady for treatment.
We can tell you at this time we do not believe there's any nexus to terrorism at this location. We do believe at this time, based on the evidence that we have, the information that is readily available for us, this was likely an extreme act of political protest that occurred here today. The community is safe. This department is aware of the tensions that are present right now in the Jewish community and in the Muslim community. We actually have dedicated patrols that are occurring at this location and at other Jewish and Muslim communities in the city. We continue to ensure that everyone is protected in Atlanta, Georgia, regardless of your religion, regardless of your heritage, regardless of your nationality.
Grady. I didn't check that. Grady right there. Did they say political protest? And I have the slides. We'll get to it. Look at how political you get Trump's birthday. Okay. Wow, look at that. Oh, okay. Look at the 222 right there. And this is Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. And we had the George Floyd, Derek Chauvin storyline. That was the last story I did decode, right? Chauvin getting stabbed 22 times, attempted murder equals 222. And then we have Georgia trending the very next decode here, right? So let me pull up these slides. I had to update the Google slides, and I have both of them up here. So if I remember to catch where I need to add, then I'll switch over. Let me see. I think this is it. Okay. So this shouldn't take too long. Some slides, some numbers. All right, so we see the pic here. All right, let me read. Actually, let me go back here and read a little bit. All right. Here we go. Look at like the Freemasonic black and white, blatant right in your face. You see it right under me right here on the ambulance, right? So a protester was in critical condition Friday after setting themselves on fire, excuse me, outside the Israeli consulate in Atlanta, says authorities. A security guard who tried to intervene was also injured. A Palestinian flag found at the scene was part of the protest. Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum said in a news conference. Okay, I can enter. Let me enter that real quick. Look, Darren Shearbaum, 73 and 98. Make sure you see that. You see the 73 and the 98 right there? Israeli. Look, 73 and the 37, ordinal and reduction. Okay, and Darren Shearbaum, you get the 98, just like Israel, right? Is that spelled right? Yeah. See that? Okay, let me go back to the slides. Sets himself on fire, right? Look at this. See that? Protester critically injured after setting self on fire outside Israeli consulate in Atlanta. Gasoline, right? Gasoline 37 and 44. Israeli 37, Israel 44. Georgia. This is out of Georgia. You get the 37 and you get the 44. See that? Look, you know, you got the protests, you got the war going on. I try not to touch on these, not really going into the whole details of the war, but he added that investigators did not believe there was any connection to terrorism and none of the consular staff was ever endangered. Authorities did not release the protester's name, age, or gender. You know, got to get that in there, right? The person set up outside the building in the city's Midtown neighborhood on Friday afternoon and used gasoline. You see that? Gasoline. I just showed you the numbers as an accelerant, Atlanta Fire Chief Roderick Smith said. Let me run that name and we'll get back to the slides. Atlanta Fire Chief Roderick Smith. You get that 146 again there. Again, Trump's birthday and political, right? They said political protest. Look at 146. Let's see if I remember. Right there. 146. Political. 146. Interesting. Look at that. All right. So, sets himself on fire, right? Sets himself on fire. Look, this is gonna hit right now. This is trending. Okay. 12/2, December 2nd, the day leaving 29 days in the year. Fire equals 29. Not my opinion. Okay. That's reduction. Right? Pretty simple. Look. And 2 plus 9 is 11, right? We go back over here. 2 plus 9 is 11. Like firefighter equals 111. ABC 123, the original ordinal, according to this calculator here. It's just the alphabet forwards. I mean, you see that? Man. So this hit what? Yesterday? Look at that. To kick off December. It's interesting, you know? It leaves it, or it, you see the 36 numerology, 12 1 23, and then today, the 336th day of the year to go along with that 36 on the numerology. And they said terrorism. And Friday, yesterday, look at that. Just 36s and 63s, right? Like 666. It's just all about that war, right? Let's go back over here. Right here, Atlanta Police Chief. We'll see if we get a picture on this guy. Copy. Let's see. Look at the 305. Here, I'll show you. You see that? Man, you get the 152. I mean, just this just shows you everything scripted. You get the 152, like Joe Biden right in there as well. But look at the 305, ABC 123, Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum. You get the 305 like 35. And this was yesterday. Look, the 335th day of the year. Like 35. You see that? And even Israel, you get 53. This is a protester, right? You see that? Israel equals 53 like protester. The whole world. Or what is it? Israeli? Yeah, Israeli. The whole world. Scripted by these numbers, right? Israeli 53. Protester 53. Demonstrations have been widespread, and tensions in the U.S. have escalated as the death toll rises in the Israel-Hamas war. Okay, let's. Israel, Hamas, you get 43 and 74, like killing. Okay, look at the 191. Okay, oh, that was another story. Excuse me. All right, let me finish what I was entering. War, Israel, Hamas war. Look at that. I mean, come on. It's the year 23. Oh, how about this? Oh, it's magic. Israel Hamas war. 230. Z is 1, A is 26, the year 23. Look at this. Let me show you the title again, okay? Setting stuff on fire, right? That's what this is, right? Set himself on fire. The year 23, Israel Hamas war equals 230, like 23. Setting self on fire, 203. Right in the title. You see that? You see it, right? Look how December. Look at that, y'all. You see how we do that? On the fly right there. December 37 and 44, right? This hits the first day of December, 37 and 44. Gasoline, 37 and 44. Georgia, 37 and 44. Israeli, 37. Israel, 44, y'all. You see it? Yeah? Look at that. Let me go back to the article. Here, I'll play the video again.
At about 12:17, the individual arrived on the scene and posted up outside of the building. At that time, the security guard noticed that the individual was attempting to set themselves afire. He immediately attempted but failed to stop the individual. Both individuals sustained burns. The security guard was burned on his wrist as well as his leg. The other individual received 100-degree burns to their body, full thickness, and they were both transported to Grady for treatment.
We can tell you at this time we do not believe there's any nexus to terrorism at this location. We do believe at this time, based on the evidence that we have, the information that is readily available for us, this was likely an extreme act of political protest that occurred here today. The community is safe. This department is aware of the tensions that are present right now in the Jewish community and in the Muslim community. We actually have dedicated patrols that are occurring at this location and at other Jewish and Muslim communities in the city. We continue to ensure that everyone is protected in Atlanta, Georgia, regardless of your religion, regardless of your heritage, regardless of your nationality.
Security guard equals 63. Look, security guard equals 63. Right there. 36, date numerology. Today, the 336th day of the year. It said was not terrorism. Terrorism equals 63. Reverse reduction. Yesterday was Friday, 63. You get 36 twice. Mm-hmm. Scan the article a little bit, and then that'll be it. I have to go somewhere, but I will be back later. Again, they don't release the name. Shearbaum said police are aware of heightened tensions in the Jewish and Muslim community. You mean the narrative, right? You mean the narrative, right? And have stepped up patrols at certain locations, including the consulate. Demonstrations have been widespread and tensions in the U.S. have escalated as the death toll rises in the Israel-Hamas war. A week-long ceasefire that brought the exchanges of dozens of hostages held by Hamas. Again, trending out of Georgia, the same day as what Derek Chauvin trending, getting stabbed 22 times. George Floyd, he had the knee on the neck. George Floyd, Georgia. Come on, like the Georgia Guidestones, George Bush thing. Anyways, that's that. And I didn't do these slides for nothing, so there we go. Let's show the slides. Fire 29. Today leaves 29 days in the year. Firefighter equals 111. 2 plus 9. 11, right? And then the firefighter thing syncing up with, the 9/11 thing. The day leaving 111. Yada, yada. I'm not on. Oh, am I here now? Okay. So that'll be it. Protester critically injured after setting self on fire. They said attempting. Outside Israeli consulate in Atlanta. Daily Decodes 81. This channel, aka Math Tucon. Appreciate y'all. Saturday, weekend, whatever y'all want to call it, whatever you're doing. Appreciate y'all. I'll be back a little bit later. Until then.